What is up? I feel like I need to explain what I'm wearing. Guatemala pants. They're gorgeous. Now you've seen them. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect in the latter half of 2023. I have my crystal ball and I can see into the future, and I'm going to be attempting to project what we will see in 2023 for interior design styles. First and foremost, we will see dark woods. This just goes to show wood trends come in and out all the time. Right now, up until this point in 2023, they've been saying warm woods. Okay. I definitely think dark woods are on the horizon. I think they're gorgeous. We have an obsession lately with like moody interiors, if you will. I'm trying to change that to witchy interiors. I prefer witchy interiors myself. However, dark woods is a great way to do this. Absolutely, dark woods are an amazing choice. I have a couple of dark wood pieces mixed in with like my medium tone pieces, and I love them. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think we're gonna see in the latter half of 2023 some circus. I know I sound like I've lost my mind. I'm seeing a lot of circus themed shit. And what I mean by that is we are moving from pinstripes to bigger stripes. What do bigger stripes remind you of? A circus tent. I don't know if you've seen like Cara Delevingne, I can't say her last name's home, or dare I say Debbie Ryan's home, but there is an affinity out there for circus. And what I'm seeing is like postmodern to the max. It's taken over and people are unafraid to go for these bright, bold colors that look like we have all sat down at a circus. And if you don't know, circuses are banned. No more circuses. We love our animals. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan, if you can tell, of the circus stuff going on, but I do believe this will be a theme in the latter half of 2023. And yeah, not feeling great about this prediction. Okay, the third one I'm actually really excited about, which is I've been researching a ton like how to get a high grade look in your home for less. And there is a building material that is often used for like over walls as a decorative texture called high grade plywood. So when you think about plywood, you think about something gross from Home Depot that you use in an arts and crafts project. And plywood, high grade plywood, it turns out is gorgeous. And I've been seeing it all over restaurants lately to decorate the insides of rooms. You can use it like on your ceilings if you have a bad ceiling, on your walls if you have a bad wall, and it creates this like gorgeous glow in your space. And for whatever reason, it makes me feel like I'm in this gorgeous wooden lantern. I'm not sure about the logistics on that one, but I am enamored by this building material, and there is an architecture channel that first turned me on to it. And if you are a design nerd like me, I highly recommend this channel. I'll link it below. And he talks about how you can use plywood as a material in your home, and I think we're going to see more and more of this in the latter half of 2023. Next is we are still going to wallpaper the heck out of everything, and it is getting more and more extreme out there. People are wallpapering things they shouldn't be wallpapering, but I'm marveling. I may incorporate some wallpaper this year myself, but what I will recommend when you dip your toe into the wallpaper trend is please use it for your small spaces. I know I'm just throwing my opinion in there and like we'll see what happens, but I think there is nothing sadder than like a really, really big space with a pattern that's just been repeated like a million times in a row. And it's just like this like headwind, this like turbine of wallpaper going on in my brain, just like too much visual stimulation. But yes, I'm just wrapping that up all to say, please wallpaper your small spaces, and to make it like extra cute and compact, like your bathrooms, your little home offices, some little nook and crannies, definitely wallpaper the ceiling as well if you can. All right, back to the crystal ball of the latter half of 2023. We are also going to see a design trend I'm extremely excited about, and they are exposed ceilings. So I'm gonna credit this architect once more, can't remember his name for the life of me, it'll be linked below, who once credited that we were going to see more and more exposed ceilings. And he was really ahead of the curve, because now I see them everywhere, and I'm hoping that regionally, especially here where I'm in the Tennessee area, there are more and more buildings built with exposed ceilings, especially residential buildings. And it really does give this theatric, tall, visually interesting view of the building, and it brings so much to your space character-wise that otherwise would have just been like covered over with plaster, whatever the heck they put up there. So I am a huge fan of exposed ceilings, whether that be like the wood beams, whether that be like some steel pipes. The more visually interesting your ceiling can be, and the more architecturally interesting your room can be, your space can be, the less we have to do decor-wise to recover the pure white walls. Yes, okay, well with that, let's move on to the next, which is we are starting to dip into the social realm when I say this. So one thing we are seeing in the social realm of humanity is that people are having less kids, and they have less financial resources for these big giant houses. So we are choosing smaller spaces. And I am a fanatic? I'm a fanatic about small spaces. I am very fortunate to live in a multi-room apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. And when I lived in a bigger city, I lived in Boston previously, that was not feasible in the neighborhood I wanted to live in. And I think a 2-bedroom apartment for 2 people is like plenty of space, plenty. And so when I get excited about design projects and designing for small spaces, I think we're just going to continue to see the embrace of small spaces over bigger spaces. So I think about things like, you know, apartment therapy being so popular, or the apartment tours on YouTube. We are moving more and more to an apartment-friendly culture with smaller square footage, and I am so happy about this. Like, other countries besides the US have figured this out a long time ago, and like, it is incredibly privileged, and I'm very happy for you if you have a bigger space. That is like also a really fun design project. But I will say, as I finish up my ramble here, that small spaces are incredibly visually interesting to me and full of fun design challenges. So we will see more options for our small spaces. All right, with my crystal ball, let's dig into what it means to live in a multifunctional space, because I think this is going to be a big trend in 2023. Instead of having rooms where you might designate like home gym or bedroom, we're living in smaller spaces. So what we're going to see is that you need one room that you can do yoga in, work from, and sleep in. I've started a product called Well Space, and this is something that we're really focused on, like how to improve your mental health from your home. This is going to be a big trend in 2023. What is so promising about it is we could actually completely shift the way our homes are designed to fit our lifestyle and daily routine needs. I think we're getting smarter and smarter about this. So, for example, you may be willing to sacrifice a second bedroom so you can have a more private home office and yoga setup, or you may need that second bedroom and you will fold up your bed and have a lovely aesthetic yoga space with your home office in the same room, and you need your space to adapt to all of those needs that you have throughout the day. And while I'm saying this is the trend, this is actually just like a fact. Let's just get more and more smart about it. Let's keep designing really great solutions for multifunctional spaces and small spaces. Okay, we've been all over the world and back and looking into my crystal ball for the latter half of 2023, which is we are having a backlash against the cloud-like sofas, the infamous cloud couch from Restoration Hardware. People got really mad. People got fatigued by all the pictures of them. And so what we're seeing as a riot, complete riot against the cloud sofas and the big white sofas are vintage silhouettes of sofas. Like a traditional granny loving sofa, but updated. Maybe it has a little unique trim. Maybe it's an odd color plum. Maybe it's like a sage green with a like bright green trim. People are craving more traditional silhouettes after seeing like all of these really contemporary couches for years. And I don't think it works in every circumstance, but I think it works in a lot of circumstances. So if you're wondering, when you start looking at design pictures in the latter half of 2023, why we're seeing so much of this, that is my belief on the psychology. All right, that wraps up the second half of 2023 trends. We covered them, and if you were in a little bit of a tizzy about which of these trends you want to incorporate, please reach out at rachaelinteriors.com, or you can find me on Instagram at rachaelinteriors, and we can get to chatting. I run a design studio called RPI, Rachel Petrie Interiors, and I've also launched a new product called Wellspace, in which we take your mental health goals and we design solutions for your daily routines in your space by providing you 3D designs and a full shopping list to completely redesign your space for your timeline and budget. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love to talk with you. You know where to find me. All right, I'll see you next time.